to the show. I'm with Chanmar Villamor and Richard Umadlao, and we are starting a new series about risk factor that we can change to stay healthy. So for our first topic, it's something we do every day, which is eating. So we eat 3 times a day, 4 times a day, or even 5 times a day. And you may heard the saying, you are what you eat. But today, it's better to say you are what your body uses from the food that you eat.
That's true, Micah. When we are talking about non-communicable disease like heart disease and the diabetes, diet is the biggest causes here. The problem is not just only eating too many food. The problem is also what kind of food that we eat.
Exactly, because nowadays many people are full but still not healthy. They eat a lot but their body does not get the nutrients it needs.
Like, wait, how can that happen? Like, how can someone eat a lot but still not get enough nutrients?
That's a good question. Imagine eating a big meal every day, about 1,000 calories. Then after that, after 2 hours, you feel hungry again. Has that happened to you?
I think many people experience that.
The reason is simple. You got the calories, but you did not get the nutrients like vitamins and minerals. So your stomach is full, but your body still needs nutrition.
So it's like the body saying, I'm full, but I still need the real nutrients.
Exactly.
So, let's talk about the real problem. So, Richard, what do doctor mean they say when someone has a poor diet?
It means eating too many ultra-processed food. These are the foods made in factories, like adding many ingredients, like more than 5 ingredients.
So, like, what kind of ingredient is that?
Uh, Things like added sugar, unhealthy oils, and many food additives. And these are foods often, like do you call this one, high in salt and sugar, but low in fiber, which our body needs to stay healthy.
So, the food may taste good, but it doesn't help our body.
That's right. And that's why choosing healthier food is very important.
So, here's a question. If we know these foods are unhealthy, why is it so hard to stop eating them? Like, why do not always win over the apple?
You know why? Because the fight is not fair. Many ultra-processed foods are especially made to taste extremely good. Food companies mix the perfect amount of salt, sugar, and fat, so people really want it more.
So, it's not just a random.
Not at all. Scientists call this the bliss point. It is the exact mix of flavor that makes food very hard to resist. When we eat this food, our brain releases a chemical called dopamine, which makes us feel very happy and excited.
And that's why people keep wanting more.
Exactly. It is the same part of the brain that is active in addiction.
Now, let's talk about something people experience. The sugar roller coaster. You know, when it's mid-afternoon and suddenly you want something sweet, Richard, what's happening in our body?
Oh, when you eat a lot of sugar, especially without fiber, your blood sugar quickly goes up. To control this, the body releases a hormone called insulin.
That sounds normal.
It is, but here's the problem. Sometimes the insulin works too well, and your blood sugar drops too low afterward.
And that's when people feeling tired and hungry again.
Yes, your brain thinks you need more energy right away. So it sends a signal that's saying, eat more sugar, eat more sugar, eat more sugar.
So, it becomes a cycle. Like, eat sugar, feel good, crash, and then want more sugar again.
Exactly. It's like being stuck in a roller coaster.
So that means people are not just lacking self-control.
Right. Many people feel guilty and think they just don't have willpower. But the truth is, our bodies are reacting normally to kind of foods around us.
And today, unhealthy food is everywhere and very easy to get. So the risk or the real risk is not just the food. It is also the environment that makes unhealthy choices the easiest choice.
So let's talk about the effects on our body. So if someone keeps eating this kind of food, what actually happens inside the body, like in the blood vessels or in organs?
It often starts with inflammation in the body. So when you eat too much or unhealthy fats or too much sugar, can cause the body to increase or release a chemical that creates inflammation.
What does that mean?
Think of it like a small fire burning inside your blood vessels. And it may not hurt right away, but over time it can damage your body.
And that damage can lead it in insulin resistant. Let me explain in a simple way. Think of insulin as the key opens the cell of your body, can enter the sugar and give you energy.
Okay, so insulin helps sugar enter the cell.
Yes, but if your body keeps getting too much sugar, the cells stop responding well to insulin. It's like the key trying to open the door, but the lock is stuck.
When that happens, the sugar stays in the blood instead of going into the cells. So, over time, this can damage the organ like the kidney and the eyes, and while the cells is or still lack energy.
That sounds really, really serious, Richard.
It is. And there's another problem. Too much salt in the diet.
So what does salt do to the body?
When we eat too much salt, the body holds more water in the blood. So this increases the pressure inside the blood vessels.
That condition is called high blood pressure or hypertension.
Over time, the blood vessels walls become thicker and harder. Because what? Because of the pressure. This can lead to heart disease.
So wow, it sounds like a slow problem building up inside the body.
Yes, but remember, we are talking about modifiable risk factor.
Which means we can still change it by making healthier choices.
Yes. Now, this is the most empowering part. We don't need a perfect diet. We just need a better one. One idea I like is the crowding out method. Instead of saying, I can eat pizza, you can say, I will eat big salad before eating pizza.
Ooh, that actually sounds easier than a strict diet that people quit after a few days.
And there is a scientific or science behind that. You know what? Salad has fiber, right? And fiber works like a net in the body. And it slows down how fast sugar and fat from the pizza enter your blood. And this helps prevent the big blood sugar spike we talked about earlier.
The important thing is learn how to read food labels. Because nowadays, many companies are using different names for sugar.
Really? Like what?
Like maltodextrin, barley malt, and agave nectar. They may sound different, but they are still form of sugar.
So a simple rule is this. If the ingredient is very hard to pronounce, it may be highly processed.
Oh, that's good idea.
So what about a debate about good fats and bad fats?
Okay, let me explain it. Okay, the simple advice is to choose the healthy fats like omega-3. If you know that, omega-3 fats and monounsaturated fats. You can find them in the foods like walnut, chia seeds, olive oil, and fatty fish.
These fats can actually help reduce inflammation in our body.
But it's the best to avoid highly processed oils and food with partially hydrogenated oils, which are unhealthy fats.
So as we end today's session about poor diet, remember this. It's not about feeling guilty It's about giving your body the right fuel.
Think of your body a high performance machine. It works best when you give it good quality fuel.
And small changes can make a big difference.
So join us in our next session where we'll talk about physical inactivity and the risk of sitting too much.
Until then, take care of your body, everyone.
And remember, eat well and stay curious.
Bye.